People always say, hey, it's not where you get, it's what you do when you fall down, right? You hit rock bottom and you start over. You're looking in the mirror. What are you telling yourself? What message could you give out there that you're actually saying to yourself to get back on the horse?
For me, it was interesting because I remember lying in bed for the first time depressed, right? I'm just an underdog, man. You cannot bring a bigger fight to me that I can't bring to you. But, they were moving me literally out of my house. They took all my cars except for one. I had 33 homes, a golf course, a ski mountain, just to give you a perspective of what I was losing. And thank God I didn't lose my wife, but I was on the edge still of losing my wife and worried about it. I had 3 daughters under 10. I was moving into a rented house with rented furniture and one car. Luckily, Lee Steinberg didn't fire me, which was one of my concerns. The other hard thing, as I lied there, I had to go tell my mom the day before, not only, the woman who raised me to be kind and considerate and responsible and doctor, lawyer, failure, all this. I had to go tell her, not only did I lose everything, but I had forgotten to take her house out of my name. So I had lost her house and she had to move. And so, that was a tough one to swallow. And so I was lying in bed. And universe, I says, you pay attention, you give intention, the coincidences you want to happen. So I'm lying in bed and what comes on? Rocky 1.
I love the Rockies. I love the Rockies.
I know. So I'm crying and there's Rocky getting knocked down. It's the end of the movie and Apollo Creed keeps knocking him down. And you see him. I get choked up thinking about it, right? He gets back up.
I get goosebumps every time I talk Rocky. Go ahead. I love it.
Exactly. So I remember thinking in my head, watching his eyes, and he would look up, right? He'd look up at the corner guy, and he'd do the railing, push himself, and he'd get back up. And so I started just crying in bed, watching Rocky, telling myself, if you can look up, you can get up. You can look up, you can get up. Let's stick to taking stock in who you were and what you want to become. It's your skills, your knowledge, your desire that's going to determine your attitude and your aptitude in life. It's going to be yours. You have a ton of skills. You got a ton of knowledge. You have the desire and always have had the desire to overcome any deficiencies you have in talent. You must be what you can be. Look up, get up, live with gratitude, which will give you that perspective. Let's find the light, the love, and the lessons in what has happened. Let's forgive ourselves, and so we can forgive other people. Let's be accountable. Ask yourself, what did you do to attract this to my life? What did I do to attract this to life? And what am I supposed to learn from it? And I'm going to, from now on, live an inspired life. No longer am I going to give to receive. I'm going to be a ferocious Buddha and receive so I can give. And from that day, 15 years ago, almost to the day, it'll be in December, 15 years, I've never looked back. There is no rear view mirror. I have lived my life with gratitude, forgiveness, accountability, and inspiration. And I have built more than I've ever dreamed of. And here's the 3 worlds that I transitioned from. I grew up like you in a world of not enough. Things were happening to me, right? We were living in the 64 there. And so then I was a victim. Things happened to me. Then I got rich. And I lived in a world where I would buy things to be happy. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy more things. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy different things. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy things to impress people. If I wasn't happy, I'd buy things to impress people I didn't even like. And that was the world of for me. Everything was for me. It's still a scarce world. I was going to live my life and have sense in a world of more than enough. I truly have blended 2 faiths in my life. One faith is a currency of money, an object of energy that I put into the flow to get what I want. And the other faith or currency is faith, an object of money that I put into the flow. I blend money and faith together. And I live in this world where I know that I live in between infinity and limitlessness. I live in a world of more than enough. Everything comes through me, not for me or to me, through me for others. And I keep expanding and growing. Like you were talking about re-engineering your next venture to have everything comes through you for your employees to change their lives. I'm on a mission to empower over 1 billion people to be happy. That's my mission. And I'm going to do it by making more money, helping more people, and having more fun with my life.
Well, I can tell you, it's inspirational to hear that. I'm a little younger than you. I'm 40, but I'm a grandpa, right? I call myself a gilf. I've got 4 kids. I've got a 22-year-old daughter, 16-year-old daughter, 13-year-old daughter, and a 10-year-old son, right? And now I've got almost a 2-year-old granddaughter. So I've been blessed. And go.
You got to hear this. We got the exact. I got 21, 19, 16 girls and one boy, 10.
Oh, wow. Look at that, man. That's great. My son plays football and I get to watch him throw touchdowns, and he's really good, but he's so hard on himself and he gets mentally struggling, but it's so exciting. I coach a girl softball, but a couple of things that inspired me is, the last few years for me have really taken off. And, the first business I did pretty good. The second business I did pretty good. This third business I opened up, that first year lost millions of dollars. Couldn't get I remember you were talking about crying. I remember crying at Disney, a trip I probably shouldn't have paid for. I paid for it early. And I was crying to my wife, like, I think we're going to have to close the doors. I've never really failed before. And she's like, well, pray on it. Think about it. Do what you want. I woke up the next morning. I had this mindset of, you know what? I think of Wolf of Wall Street, but this was before this movie came out or around that. Like, they're going to have to throw me out. I'm fighting all the way through. So I came in, I sold my house on the lake. I had a house on the lake. I went downsized to a smaller home. Wife gave me the stink eye. When I did that, things started to turn. And then I started to take off, and the business has done very, very well. What I'm bringing up now is I see a therapist. I'm open about it. Everybody, whether you're depressed or you're happy, I believe people need someone to talk to sometimes to try to align things correctly. And one of the things she's told me is the more that you get, the easier it is to be depressed. And a lot of people don't realize that. And you touched base on that you were depressed when you lost everything, but also you just kept buying things to fill a void because you were lacking that happiness. Anytime I can help somebody, you can't buy that. That's a feeling that it lasts forever. It's great to help your family and friends, right? That's important. And it's really great to help your employees, but to help a complete stranger is even another level that feels good. And so you being a philanthropist, and that's filling that void for you. When you transition to do that, would you agree that you can't buy that feeling? It's the best feeling in the world?
Right. So I think that's the shift. Exactly what you're talking about is I went from money buying love and happiness and everything I do to reaffirm that to understanding money. What money does is it allows us to shop. So meaning when we shop for the right things, like helping people we don't know, building community centers in Africa, helping the Junior Achievement Program to build more young entrepreneurs like yourself to change the world. When we do things like that, and it takes money to do it, that's when we get fulfilled. So for me, money still plays an integral role in my life. I'm a capitalist. I'm a compassionate capitalist. I wrote a book called Compassionate Capitalism, but I believe in helping other people by receiving to give. And I have pure intentions of giving everything I receive to everyone else. I have everything I need or I wouldn't be here.